turn red. That'll let us know that your mic is live. Please speak into the mic. That way those folks on YouTube will be able to hear you. If you're not speaking, please turn your mic off. Alrighty, welcome to the Community Zoning Information Meeting. It is August 4th. A couple of ground rules. Please refrain from talking unless you are speaking. Please be respectful. Please keep your questions and comments relevant to the topic of tonight's meeting. Please wait for the presenter to finish before asking your question and stating your comment. And for any follow-up questions, please feel free to email Planning and Zoning. A couple important dates. We have the Public Participation Plan Meeting Report due September 5th. We have the Planning Commission hearing, which is going to be September 17th. And then we have the Mayor and Council public hearing on October 14th. Again, each applicant is required to attend each deadline and attend each hearing. This is our public participation report. All applicants that are doing any rezone or special use is required to schedule their own community meeting. So this is a meeting that the applicant hosts on their own. You are required to send out notices within a 1 mile radius if you're doing a rezone or special use permit. We have an example of what that postcard could look like, which is in the bottom of your screen. It has to include 3 dates. That's the date of your public meeting, that's the Planning Commission meeting date, and then that's the Mayor and Council hearing. Once you host your meeting, you'll have to submit the report that is called Form E within your application, and that is on the right-hand side of the screen. Again, that deadline for that report will be September 5th. This is just a snapshot of the calendar that is in your application. We are currently on cycle 4. Again, today you are attending the CZIM meeting, which is August 4th. And then the next deadline will be that public notification and your sign posting deadline. And then you'll have that public participation report due, Planning Commission, and then Mayor and Council. The first case we have is U25-001. The address is 5540 Old National Highway, Suite 10A. The applicant name is Mrs. Wilson. Please give us a brief summary of what you intend on doing, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Okay, hey everyone, I'm Shankivia Wilson, and this is my husband, Michael Wilson, and we're here representing our daycare, child care learning center. It Takes a Village, and what we're trying to do is obtain a special use permit so that we can provide 24-hour child care. And just to give you guys an overview, we are a family-owned business, and we have been established since September of 2016 in College. Can you hear me? Okay, yes. We have been established since September of 2016 in College Park. So we were residents of the city of South Fulton at that time. And our main goal to extend the hours is so that we can provide around-the-clock care for up to 100 families, giving them access so that they can have access to flexible childcare, and specifically be able to reach out to some of the airport employees so that they can have options too. We would like to provide more job opportunities, continue a family legacy where our business can continue to help people even when we get of age, transportation support. One of our passions is the social emotional aspect, so we want to be able to continue to push a curriculum that helps kids in more than one way, which will help prepare children academically, but also for emotional school and life. We consider ourselves a family child care center, and we always have. So we also want to be able to provide that support to our community. We also want to develop more programs with extended hours. We would be able to host more events. We already host events regularly for holidays and just back to school, and we do giveaways, but we would like to implement programs for our youth and the last thing that I would like to say is that we've been in business for almost 10 years now, and we want to remain a trusted and reliable business in the community. Extending hours will help us sustain that and strengthen our contribution to the economy. And I would like my husband to also speak if he can.
Yep. I think it's uh, important um, for us to do this because, like, we had an employee who's going through something um, financially, and she's forced to move because a tree fell on her house, and she just started working. Um, we could help her by providing more hours, and that would give her more options to find a place to stay or raise more money to help out their personal situation that's going on right now. So that's just an example of how we can help out.
So to close out, It Takes a Village is more than a child care center. It's a cornerstone of our community. Again, with family support, growth and education, approving our request for extended hours ensures we can continue to uplift our families, create job opportunities, and provide safe enrichment environment for children's days and nights. So thank you guys for this opportunity to speak about this, and that's all I have.
Thank you for sharing. I see no one in the audience, so I'll switch it over to staff. Staff, do you have any questions or comments? Please step to the podium.
Yes.
I do have one question. How many staff do you have?
So we are licensed for 40. So ultimately, like right now, we have about 5 staff members, but our maximum is around 8. And then for night shift, then it would require the same. So totally, we're expecting to have at least anywhere from 10 to 16 employees.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
You mentioned in your brochure that you handed out that you're serving up to 100 families. Are we safe to assume that you're serving up to 100 children?
It wouldn't be 100 children, but because of well, it would be, so basically, we combining the family and children together. And because we will have 2 shifts with our license capacity, we're estimating that we would be able to help out between our day shift, our after school activities, and our overnight shift. If we can be approved of that, then we know that we can help a substantial amount of people. So we estimate it to be about 100 people.
And per shift, how many children are allowed? What's the capacity of the building per shift?
So right now the capacity is 39 children. So we can have 39 at a time between infant to 6 years old.
And that's your age range, infancy to 6 years old, or does it go
So it goes to school age, but for that specific care, then we would be serving from 6 weeks up to about 6 years old for overnight.
I have an additional question. If granted to extend your hours to 24 hours, how would you ensure the safety of your staff and the children after hours?
We would hire security 24 hours because, of course, at that point, there would be plenty of people coming in and out the parking lot. So our plan would be to hire supervisory staff for that.
Thank you. Alrighty. We're going to move to the next case. We have Z25-030 at 0 Camilton Drive.
Good evening. My name is Steve Rothman, here on behalf of the applicant. This is a proposal to rezone to M1 for a piece of property that's on the very edge of the city up against East Point. And the property is uniquely situated because it's tucked away so that you can't get to it through the city of South Fulton. The only way to get to it is from East Point, and the only way to approach the property is from the Camp Creek Business Center, which is a warehouse park, which is to the north of this site plan. There's no public road frontage at all on the property. It's a landlocked piece of property, and in order to get to this property, you have to go through an existing warehouse facility and through their parking lot. The property now is zoned agricultural. It's surrounded on to the west and to the south and to the north by industrial zoning in East Point. So this piece sort of juts into East Point, almost like a tooth missing or something. The comprehensive plan designates this for industrial, I guess is the right label. So we're consistent with the plan. And so we're asking to rezone from agricultural, for which there's no use right now, reasonable use, and to go to industrial for a warehouse. The size of the building is approximately 188,000 square feet. So it's not one of those gargantuan warehouses. And all the access would come from North Commerce Drive in East Point, and it would really be, a co-facility with the existing building that's already built and permitted in East Point to the north. I think that's it. We've worked with the council member and the community before on this, and we're going to again do so for this plan. And that's it. If there's any questions, I'm happy to answer it.
Thank you again. We're going to open it up to staff. If you have any questions, please step to the podium. I have a question. Did you get permission, or what's the agreement to use that access road?
It's the same owner, so there's nobody else to get permission from. It's the same owner.
Okay, so is he looking to expand, or is this?
Yeah, I mean, you could call it an expansion. It's not attached to the existing building, so it's not like enlarging the existing building. But yeah, they're the same owner, and so it would just be part of that same facility. And all access would go through that. We could do an access agreement, except that it's one party. So but if you were interested in that for chain of title purposes, in case somebody sold it off, that's easy enough to do.
Okay, I do have a couple of follow-up questions. The parking, I don't see a lot of parking spaces proposed in the front of the building. I think that's the front. How many parking spaces are you guys proposing for the size of the building?
I have not focused on that, and I left my glasses in the car. Should be on the site plan. Let's see. Required parking. I guess all I will say is we'll meet the parking requirements for the office portion, and then the warehouse portion.
Okay.
But I think the parking is the goal for the parking. If you look at the site plan, I'm going to say to the right, so that's to the east. If you go east, you're going towards Washington Road there. So as you go east, there's a very, very, very steep hill. Washington Road is on a ridge, and then there's a lot of trees there. If you go to the west, you've got industrial property with a required buffer to our west. We propose to do the parking on the east side so that it's not facing the buffer. And that buffer is there in connection with the East Point property to the north. So there's a required buffer because there's a neighborhood to the west. I think it's called Mount Vernon Estates. So that buffer is there. And so instead of orienting the parking towards the buffer, and it's roughly at grade with the neighborhood, we propose the parking to go to the east, because at that point you're just looking up a hill. It's a very steep wooded hill until you get to Washington Road. Does that make sense? I hope I described it right.
No, it makes sense
Okay.
for now.
Is this a spec build, or do you have a potential client or someone who's interested in the property? And will the uses be similar to the building that's in north of the subject property?
Similar, spec built, although there's a good idea of who's going to be there, but it would be more than hopeful to say it's a deal. We've got a deal, but so we have to call it a spec built. But they're investing for a purpose.
So I'm assuming with the warehouse and distribution portion, there's going to be kind of truck usage.
Yes.
So where would the truck bays be if the parking's on the east side?
facing towards the east side. And the goal is for the trucks to go to the north. I think the truck bays may also be to the north, on the north side of the building, but really it's facing east. And so the idea is that the parking would be on the southern portion of the parking area, and the truck bays would be further on the north. And the trucks would go up to North Commerce Drive.
I have another question. Is that parcel currently vacant?
Yes,
Okay, so there's no building, nothing on there?
nothing on it.
Okay.
Bunch of
Alrighty.
tires that we keep removing.
Alrighty. Any additional questions? Anything else that you would like to share?
No, that's all I have.
Alrighty. Alrighty, the next case we have is Z25-031. Is the applicant here? Are you the applicant?
No, I'm for 4865 Hamilton Road.
Yep. So just take a seat up there for me. Up there with the other applicants.
You take the hot seat like we did.
Alrighty, the property at 4865 Hamilton Road is requesting a rezone from R3 to R4A to develop 5 single-family resident lots on 1.65 acres. The applicant is also requesting a concurrent variance from section 405.01 B and 2 to eliminate the 100-foot buffer. Please tell us a little bit more about your project, and at the end, we'll open it up for questions.
Actually, wanting to develop 2 new houses. I'm not sure. It was 5 at first. There's an existing house already there, and so there is like half an acre on one side and half an acre on the other side that goes into. There's a subdivision right behind it, and so it's just woods on both sides. It's never been used or developed. And it's never been used or developed, and so we were hoping to be able to just clear the lot. That's the old one. There was a second one that I emailed because we're on the side. We only want to put one house on each side. The existing house is in the middle, and then we want to put one house on each side. So it would be 3 houses in all. I'm not sure why that's the first one I sent in. But I sent a second one that only has 3 homes on. So that's pretty much it. We just it's the lot is right. Everything around it is the city of Atlanta. Like everything across the street is South Fulton. That lot got cut into South Fulton. Everything on that side of the street is the city of Atlanta, and so there's a subdivision right behind it. And on the side, that left side, there's their homes on that side. And so all of them are like on quarter-acre lots, but they're the city of Atlanta. And so that's why we need the 100-foot buffer to be kind of dismissed so we can have enough room. We will have like 13,000 square feet on one side and like I think it's 28,000 on the other side. But it fits the neighborhood. We're remodeling the house that's in the middle, and so everything fits. It's just right now, those are just woods. It's just a bunch of trees there. And sometimes people come and dump and all that kind of stuff. I think it would be good to eliminate that. That's pretty much it. I don't know why do you have the other one?
We're going to open it up to staff, and they can kind of give a little bit more insight or ask additional questions. When did you submit that new site plan?
It had to be a month ago, at least.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll now open it up to staff. If you have any questions, please step to the podium.
So given that you're changing the request, do you still need a rezoning?
Yes, it still would need a rezoning because the lot on the left would only have like 12,500 square feet. But if that lot was bigger, we wouldn't need the rezoning. But by that lot only having a little bit over 12,000 square feet, we need the R4A zoning.
Thank you.
I have a question for clarification. So right now, I know you mentioned that this is the old site plan, but you're doing a lot combination that'll give us that 1 acre and some change?
Yes, on the left side, that would be one lot, and on the right side, it would be one lot.
Okay, so this just shows it as one lot. Is that correct? Or is the other parcel included in this?
Which other, I'm not understanding.
So
Thi-
is this one whole lot? This is one whole lot.
right now.
Okay, got you.
Okay.
And then you intend to subdivide it to accommodate for those additional lots?
Yes, so it will be 3 lots
In total,
in total.
including the house that currently is
Yes.
there. So 3 lots in total. Okay. And then what was the square feet of the additional houses?
2,000 square feet, and then we want 2,100 square feet.
And then how many bedroom, bath?
4 bedroom, 3 baths.
Alrighty, that's all the questions that I have. Staff, do you have any additional questions? Alrighty, thank you. Alrighty, just to recap some additional important dates. Remember, the public participation report is due September 5th. It's due September 5th. The planning commission hearing is September 17th, and then your mayor and council public hearing date will be October 14th. Yes.
I see on the flyer, it says on the 14th at 5 p.m. is the public hearing, and then it says at 6 p.m. is the regular meeting. Will it be voted on that same night? Or is that not certain yet? You know, sometimes it's 2 weeks after the public hearing.
Gotcha. So his question is referring to the agenda for the CZIM meeting. There are 2 dates that both reference October 14th. So the date that's at the time that is at 5 p.m. for that date will be the hearing. So that will be the meeting that you guys will attend, is the hearing. And then there's the regular meeting for mayor and council. So you're more than welcome to attend that, but your case will be heard at that 5 o'clock meeting.
And will it be voted on at those?
No. So that will be the public hearing, and then council will announce when they will be voting on that case.
Okay, but probably not. Don't stick around if you don't.
Correct. It will not be voted on that day.
Okay, all right.
It'll just be the public hearing.
Okay.
Again, you are required to meet each deadline and attend each hearing. Again, the public participation report, this is just a recap of what it looks like. You have the Form E that is on the right-hand side. You have an example of that postcard. Again, 3 dates will need to be on there. Your your case number will also need to be included, the request, and again, the date and time of each meeting. This is a recap of the calendar that's in your application, just letting you know of each deadline coming up. We're currently on cycle 9. And then I want to thank you for attending today's meeting.
Where did you get